So This Is Nowhere was different for me in that it was finally the culmination of two worlds coming together for me, professionally and personally. On the one hand, after film school, I had done some short films. And, John was always like, how do you just do a feature? Don't even spend the time on a short because, go to all this hard work of raising the money and then it's like not even more than 6 to 7 minutes long or 10 minutes long. On the other hand, I had worked on all these other films in production as a coordinator. I think I have like about at least 10 to 12 films as a coordinator under my belt, features. Some of them pretty impressive for me, if not for anybody else, but like one of the Terrence Malick produced movies, The Better Angels, with Jason Clarke and Diane Kruger and Britt Marling. That was directed by A.J. Edwards. That was impressive for me. And then more recently, I got to be a production supervisor on Fourth Man Out, which was shot in 2000 somewhere 2014. So those were larger indie sets, much larger budgets, and I got to see through those sets how to run things efficiently, quite frankly. And then I did a whole slew of like German international made-for-TV films that were shot in the Hudson Valley called Katie Ford films. And I learned under Paul Van Wormer and the Germans on the set and the Americans who worked with them, how efficiently those sets can be run, where you can actually wrap at the day when you say you're going to. So if you predict 7 p.m., you're done at 7 p.m. So, and then you have a Schnapsklapper, which for those of you who don't know what a Schnapsklapper is, it's someone brings a bottle of wine. So it's either the director or one of the actors or something like that, just to sort of celebrate with everyone in the crew. Celebrating for a hard day of work. So there's that. And then, so those two worlds were coming together. And for This Is Nowhere, goodness gracious, I got to be a co-director. I got to produce it the way I creatively thought it should be produced and pick out, as a line producer, some of the best crew for the positions who really cared. I mean, they really cared about this project. They were passionate about it. They weren't just like, okay, where's my paycheck? And then the actors. Oh, the actors. I mean, Caroline Sinclair, our casting director, she wasn't kidding. She said, wait, let's do proper casting. And we have some of the most divine actors. I love our actors. And hey, we've got a woman gaffer, a woman first AD, and they did one heck of a amazing job. Everybody in the crew did, but those were roles that oftentimes are reserved for men. And this particular film, they were held by women and held strong. So that's how this film is different. It will always be my first feature. And working with John and Tracy, who had done so many indie, sort of guerrilla indie features, I knew that either way they would help sew the seams all around that would get the feature done. So it was my virgin feature experience, and it will always remain in my memory.